This is Steve from Boxing UK in association with Supreme CBD. Jimmy Moore, first time here at VIP.
Yeah.
In your little office.
Never been here before.
Never been here before, mate. Good to see you.
And you.
Jack Catterall, Media Day against Jorge Linares.
Yeah.
We spoke about it. You said it wasn't the fight ideally, but in a way you could argue it's a perfect fight as well, isn't it, where Jack is in his career at the moment?
Well, the perfect fight would be, you know, Prograis for the world title in my eyes. But, you know, getting a sort of fight what everyone wants to get their teeth into when you're so close to being able to get a world title shot, it's a difficult thing to do. So Linares is a name. He's not as dangerous as he was, but he's still a puncher, still dangerous. So Jack's active. That's all I'm bothered about. So as long as he keeps active up until he gets that next opportunity for a world title, then perfect.
If he dominates and stops Jorge Linares, that puts the division on notice, doesn't it? Because of the name.
Yeah, and obviously no one's done that to Linares. So if you can do that, then it's a statement. But you know, you can't go in there thinking it's going to be a walkover or an easy fight, because Linares, yeah, he's not as good as he was, but he's still dangerous. He's still active and he still can fight. So yeah, we'll see what happens. But I'm always confident in Jack. I'm not just because he's fighting Linares, who's not as good, dangerous as he was, but I'm confident against anyone.
If he gets through this in a perfect world, Jimmy, who would you want him to fight for a world title? I've asked Jack the same question.
Well, I think Prograis. Yeah.
I thought Jack said, yeah.
Even though Teofimo Lopez says he's retired, but I don't think he is. And Lopez is sort of probably him and Prograis. One of them two are the number one. So either one of them I would be happy with, and I'd be confident Jack beats him.
Yeah, I promise I'll be quick, Jamie. This weekend,
no, that's a rush. All right.
You got Dave Allen,
yeah,
Frazer Clarke. If you look on social media, Jamie, it's a split fight. You got half the people that say Dave Allen shouldn't be back in the ring. He was finished 4 years ago. Yeah. You got the other half saying a proper fit, tuned in Dave Allen can cause nightmares. Yeah. Stupid question, but it might give his trainer. But which one is it?
Yeah, well, the latter. I truly believe that. Dave historically has always been his own worst enemy. You know, he's tough as old boots, and he just loves having a fight, but he's never trained like a professional fighter. And believe me, he has trained like a professional fighter for this fight. He did when he was here last time, and the fight fell through. Unfortunately, he's not fell through this time, and it's all gone guns blazing, and he's really knuckled down and committed himself to it. So
can he cause the upset?
I mean, yeah, of course he can. Of course he can. Listen, Frazer Clarke's a good fighter, but they know each other inside out. They've done a lot of rounds, and that means generally the fight catches fire quicker. You know, there's no feeling out process. They'll just go in there and go at it. And Dave's in great shape. We've got our tactics set out. He knows what he's got to do, and I'm looking forward to seeing him perform. He's excited about it. You know, before when he was fighting, he was just, you know, it's just another fight. Whereas, you know, he's got them butterflies and he's excited to fight. So fighters in that mindset are always going to perform to the best of their ability.
If he gets through Frazer Clarke, Jamie, that's going to propel him far beyond that level. Yeah. You're probably talking an English title and beyond. Is he capable of that? As his trainer, that would give you a hell of a job to keep Dave Allen on the straight and narrow for a longer time rather than just a Frazer Clarke fight.
Of course. Listen, Dave's natural attributes, I've always said it, he's got so much natural ability, and that's the reason why he's been so successful with not as much dedication, is because he's naturally talented. So him getting a win like that, getting momentum, having back-to-back camps where he can build off that fitness and conditioning, can only put him in a better place. So one fight at a time. Yeah. This is not an easy fight, so you can't by any stretch of the imagination overlook it. You know, with the bookies, Dave's a big underdog. So, but we're more than confident he's going to pull it off.
Brilliant. Since we last spoke, Jamie, we spoke just after the Dillian White adverse findings. Since then, we've had Robert Elenius, Alicia Boone-Gardner, the Conor Ben one rumbles on. Is there an answer to it? Because one of the things that was talked about in the press conference today amongst the media was, do you reckon any of these fighters will fail a test afterwards? Yeah. And that shouldn't be the case.
Well, no, it shouldn't. And it's getting to that stage now. But what I've just said before is, I'm glad in a way that they're all getting caught now. I don't think it's any more rife than it has been before. I just think maybe more people are getting tested and the tests are getting more stringent, which is a good thing. My problem with it is the fight should be pulled, or people should be finding out before the fight, and the fight shouldn't then take place because God forbid something happens.
Is that what it'll take, or horribly of an injury or a
You better not do, because you've got to learn from history, and no one wants to wait until it's too late or something bad happens and then go, see, we should have done something about it. So all these negative tests coming back now should be the trigger for people to go, right, okay, now from this point on we need to get this second part better. We're now catching them out, we need to get the next bit right, where we go, right, okay, we need to stop the fight from taking place, because at the moment there's a bit of a grey area in between, and it can't be.
Dubois Usyk, I've asked everybody today, and again another one that splits opinion. Was it a low blow, and did Dubois quit?
I just think, it was a low blow in my eyes, and you'll never know for definite if it was or not. And it's a sort of pointless argument, because when the referees made that decision, whether someone thinks it's right or wrong, there's nothing what can be done about it. I know there's an appeals process and stuff like that, but for me it was low, and I don't like people being called quitters, especially when there's such an established fighter in such a big fight, because you're in the most dangerous sport in the world, and no one knows the other things what are going on in people's lives, in terms of family history, mental health, physical health. There's so many different aspects to it, so you can't just say, oh, he was fighting this guy and he got too much from him and he quit and he's a coward or whatever. I just don't like the term quitter. He's a professional boxer for a reason. He's been fighting for years and years, so I just don't like that title being bandied about. Last one, just an update. Chantelle was supposed to be here today. I understand she's not well. Just an update with everybody else in the gym. Yeah, I mean, God, don't ask me. We're so busy, like I don't want to offend anyone.
The main players.
But Chantelle, yeah, she's starting camp properly next week. She's been down here a couple of days a week ticking over, but she'll start camp properly on Monday. We're off to Dubai, and then we're going to start off over there and then come back over here. But yeah, she's in a good place. Mentally, she's in a great place, because this is a big fight again. But she now knows she can beat her, and I feel like she's going to do a better job. I think Katie's going to come and bring it, but I think that could play into Chantelle's hands even better this time. And Chantelle going into a fight full of confidence, knowing she can win, is a dangerous proposition.
Very, very last one. I haven't asked you about Eubank Smith. Who wins for now?